morning everyone. Hope you all are fine. Today I have come with a new video on the topic the constitution and the need for laws. This is the topic of civics, okay, in social science. Today we'll cover some topics like what is the definition of constitution, what are the features of constitution, what is the need for laws. Okay, so let's start the topic with the constitution. What is constitution? Look, it is a document, it is a living document that has rules and regulations. Look, why we need rules? We need rules for the proper governance of the country. Okay, to run the country in a proper manner, we need constitution or some rules. Okay, this is a living document. Why is it called living? Because in India we are abide to follow constitution. Okay, look, it was prepared by the Constituent Assembly and we adopted it on 26 November 1949 and it implemented, it came into effect on 26 January 1950. Look, hope you all have read about preamble. In the preamble it is written that the we people of India solemnly resolved to constitute ourselves sovereign socialist. Look, S3DR is given in the preamble. What is S3DR? S3DR is sovereign socialist secular democratic republic. इट मीन्स कि वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, हमने इस देश के लोगों ने खुद को ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दिया है ताकि हम खुद के लिए ही एक सोसाइटी क्रिएट कर सकें, खुद को ही गवर्न कर सकें. ओके, लेट अस डिस्कस वन बाय वन व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दीज 5 टर्म्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सॉवरेन. सॉवरेन मीन्स इंडिया इज सुप्रीम इन ऑल इट्स इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स. मीन्स वी आर नॉट अबाइड बाय एनीवन. हम किसी से बंधे हुए नहीं है. वी आर इंडिपेंडेंट. वी कैन टेक एनी डिसीजन. हम अपना डिसीजन खुद ले सकते हैं. हमारी गवर्नमेंट को पूरा राइट है. कोई और देश उसमें इंटरफेयर नहीं कर सकता. सो वी कैन से इंडिया इज सुप्रीम in all its external or internal affairs. Okay, this is the meaning of sovereign. Second thing, socialist. Socialist means we have to take care of the welfare of each and every person. Okay, then secular. Secular mean all beliefs are equal. Look, सबके बिलीव्स जो है, बिलीव्स होते हैं जो हम मानते हैं, ठीक है, किसी का विश्वास. तो हमारे एज यू ऑल नो इन इंडिया देयर इज अ डाइवर्सिटी. ओके, वी ऑल हैव डिफरेंट रिलीजन, वी बिलोंग्स टू डिफरेंट रिलीजन्स, कास्ट. सो वी शुड हैव टॉलरेंस फॉर अदर रिलीजन्स ऑल्सो. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम अपने ही रिलीजन को लेके बहुत ज्यादा डोमिनेट हो जाएं. अगर इंडिया में देयर इज अ मेजॉरिटी ऑफ हिंदूज एज यू ऑल नो, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो दूसरे धर्म को नेग्लेक्ट करने लगे. So this is the meaning of secular. India is a secular country. Here we have different religions and everybody should respect each and every religion, right? Then democratic and republic. Look, as you all know, we have democratic government which works for the welfare of the country. And then republic. Why is it called republic? Because we have given constitutions to ourselves on 26 January 1950 and that was declared by that first prime minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Clear? Then we have to discuss about the features of our constitution. Look, first of all, as I told you, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Then we have written constitution. Look, there are some countries which have unwritten constitution or uncodified. For example, Israel, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, Canada. These are some countries which follows unwritten constitution or uncodified constitution. Uncodified constitution means there is no single document. ऐसा कोई single document वो follow नहीं करते. जैसे इंडिया का constitution है, it's a document where all the rules and regulations are written. But there are some countries which follows unwritten constitution. Clear? Or we can say uncodified constitution. Clear? Examples, let me write it here. Israel, New Zealand, Canada, Saudi Arabia. Clear? Then we have parliamentary system. In parliamentary system, we have two heads. One is nominal and another one is permanent head. Okay, nominal head or permanent head. Nominal head होता है just for namesake, means head of the state and head of the government. In India, head of the state is president. Clear. And head of the government is PM, Prime Minister. Okay. In civics, the word state is used for country. Civics में हम country के लिए state word का भी यूज करते हैं. इसका मतलब सिर्फ राज्य नहीं है, ठीक है. कंट्री का मतलब भी क्या होता है, स्टेट होता है. तो हमारे देश में हेड ऑफ द स्टेट कौन है, प्रेसिडेंट, एंड हेड ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट prime minister. Look, main power or most of the decisions are always taken by. Next one is fundamental rights. Look, in the original constitution we have 7 fundamental rights, but at present it's 6. Then duties we have 11. 10 plus 1. Why I have written 10 plus 1 not 11? Because earlier in the constitution when it was formed, the number was 10, but at present it's 11. We have added one duty to it. Okay, then one feature is DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. We have to learn independent judiciary. Look, we have in democracy 3 organs are there: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Our parliamentary system works on these 3: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Legislative means the body that makes the laws, executive that implement it, and the judiciary that checks that laws are implementing or not, that keeps an eye on it. Okay, जो भी कानून बनाता है उसको हम बोलते हैं legislative. Means like president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Two houses in parliament. We have 2 houses and president, right? Then executive, all the person who are working to implement the laws. Okay, like administrative, IAS, IPS and all, and cabinet ministers, all those. Then judiciary. In judiciary we include all the courts: high court, district court, supreme court, and local courts. ठीक है. Then we can say executive and legislative are the parts, are interdependent, एक दूसरे पर डिपेंड होकर काम करते हैं. पर जुडिशरी इज इंडिपेंडेंट, ये सबसे अलग है. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि अगर डिसीजंस जो है वो कैसे होने चाहिए, दे कैन नॉट बी बायस्ड. डिसीजंस कभी भी बायस नहीं होने चाहिए, सबके लिए इक्वल जस्टिस होनी चाहिए. इसीलिए जुडिशरी हमारे देश में कैसी है, इंडिपेंडेंट है. ओके, दैट इज अ फीचर ऑफ इंडियन constitution. Here are some features we have discussed. Now let us move on to the need for laws. Why do we need laws? Look, laws, as I have told you earlier also, that rules and laws are important for the governance of the country, or we can say for the welfare and security of the people. Why do we need laws? For the welfare and security of the people. सभी लोगों के हित के लिए और उनकी सिक्योरिटी के लिए. क्योंकि अगर कानून ही नहीं होंगे तो सब लोग अपने हिसाब से काम करेंगे और अपनी मन मर्जी चलाएंगे. और अगर सभी लोग अपनी मन मर्जी चलाएंगे तो इट विल बी गुड फॉर वन बट नॉट फॉर अदर. वी कैन से हर किसी के गोल्स अपने होते हैं, तो वो एक के लिए अच्छा हो सकता है तो दूसरे के लिए अच्छा नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. So first thing is for the welfare and the security of the people. Second thing comes here, egalitarian society. Look, egalitarian society is a society which provides equal opportunities and rights to its citizens. Egalitarian society कैसी होती है? ऐसी society जो अपने citizens को, सभी तरह के अपने देश के लोगों को equal opportunities और rights provide कराए. ठीक है. That is why we need laws. And then the thing come to eradicate social evils. To eradicate social evils from the country, like dowry, then like female feticide, child marriage. There are also lots of social evils in our country. So for the removal, we need laws. Hope is it clear to everyone? Why do we need laws? Let us take a quick recap. For the welfare and security of the people, for developing egalitarian society that works for the rights and that give equal opportunities to everyone. Then to eradicate social evils from the country. Okay, Then here comes the division of constitution. Our constitution is divided into three things. First, parts, schedules and articles. Okay. Earlier, if I talk about earlier, in our constitution, there is a categorization, okay, in parts, schedules and articles. Earlier we have originally 22 parts, but right now we have 25 parts. There are amendments. First of all, I want to tell you what are amendments. This word amendment, you have heard lots of time. Amendment means modification or change in the constitution. Okay, change or modification in कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. जब आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कोई चेंज करना चाहते हो तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? अमेंडमेंट. क्लियर? सो अर्लियर वी हैव 22 पार्ट्स, देन एट प्रेजेंट वी हैव 25. Schedule 8, then 4 later added on to it and now it's 12. And articles were 395 when constitution was adopted or implemented, but now it's 465. Clear? Okay. Let's discuss about the sources. Look, in Indian constitution there are so many things that we have adopted from other countries. हमने दूसरे देशों से adopt किए हैं. There are different things that we have adopted from countries. Like some things we have adopted from Britain. Here the name of the countries that we have adopted things from. Right? USA, Canada, USSR, Russia. Earlier name was Russia. Earlier name of Russia was USSR. Right? Australia, Ireland, South Africa, Japan, France. We'll discuss about it. That what we have opted from these countries. हमने इन देशों से क्या-क्या चीजें ली हैं. Clear? So these are the few things that we have discussed. One thing that is left, laws and dissent. Look, government make laws for the benefit of the people, but sometimes what happens, a situation creates when it not in the favor of all. Sometimes ऐसा होता है कि laws जो होते हैं वो सबको benefit नहीं देते. एक large section जो होता है society का उससे उनको benefit नहीं मिल पाता. तो इस case में क्या होगा? Obviously people will protest. Let me tell you with the help of an example, salt satyagraha 1930, in which British imposed a salt monopoly. Okay, salt monopoly on the manufacture and sale of tax. Okay, then at that time lots of people affected by this. So what they did, they talked to Gandhi ji and they have took a protest. They have done a protest. क्या किया उन्होंने एक प्रोटेस्ट किया. वो सब गांधी जी जो थे वो और उनके सारे आश्रम के लोग, सारे शिष्य जितने भी थे, वो सब लोग मिलके on 12th March 1930 they have left साबरमती आश्रम. ओके, दैट इज इन अहमदाबाद. ओके, उन्होंने क्या किया, साबरमती आश्रम से निकले वो लोग 12 मार्च 1930 को और 6 अप्रैल 1930 में वो डांडी पहुंचे. तो इसमें एक चीज सामने आई कि इन्होंने क्या किया, इन्होंने चैलेंज दिया अथॉरिटी को, गवर्नमेंट को, कि अगर इस तरीके से आप कुछ ऐसी चीज इम्पोज करोगे जो सबके बेनिफिट के लिए नहीं है, बेनिफिशियल नहीं है सबके लिए, तो ऑब्वियसली लोग क्या करेंगे, उस चीज के लिए प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे. और यही डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट का सबसे बड़ा फीचर है कि अगर कोई चीज लोगों के लिए नहीं है, लोगों के बेनिफिट में नहीं है, तो वो डायरेक्टली क्या कर सकते हैं, उसका प्रोटेस्ट कर सकते हैं. वन थिंग comes here, that is rule of law. What is rule of law? Rule of law says that no one is above the law. कोई भी ऐसा चीज कानून बनती है तो कोई भी इंसान जो है वो उसके अगेंस्ट में नहीं जा सकता अगर वो बहुत बड़े लेवल पे किसी को हार्म ना कर रही हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम कह सकते हैं कि अगर जब तक वो एक मास पॉपुलेशन को अगर वो उसके लिए ठीक नहीं है तो तब तक वो चीज गलत नहीं है. रूल ऑफ लॉ सेज दैट नो वन इज अबव द लॉ. This is all about the topic, the constitution and need for laws. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a hit, share and subscribe. Thank you.